So I see you took the chair away.
Think it was about time.
Good for you.
And you?
Oh, well, I don't think I'm ready for that just yet. I mean, what's the rush anyhow?
True enough. I was thinking I might make a ceremony of it.
What do you mean, a ceremony? How?
Well, I've been agonizing about this for a long time now, and I've been thinking about what might be the right way to do it.
To do what? To get rid of the chair?
Mm-hmm. My first thought was maybe I just put it on a pile of sticks and set it on fire. Or maybe I dig a hole out back, bury it there, cover it in dirt and soil, plant some nice jewel weed on top of it, maybe say a prayer over it.
Wait, aren't you an atheist?
Kind of agnostic now, though I might be full on Christian by tomorrow. Who knows?
That's funny.
Well, it was meant to be.
No, not that. It's just that I feel like I've been heading the other direction lately. I'm losing my faith in God. I mean, what's the point? We're all being punished. Every last one of us. Ain't no one getting spared.
Well, maybe it's God's way of telling us that she meant every word when she said we were all equal in her eyes.
You really think God's a woman?
There's no man that's smart enough or ruthless enough to pull off something like this.
Fair enough. And God never said that, by the way, about us all being equal.
No?
Not exactly, no.
Oh, well, I'm new to this.
So, what'd you decide?
Huh?
The chair. What'd you do with the chair?
Oh, I just put it out there with the trash at the end of the driveway there by the road.
Oh, you sure did. Well, you know damn well it's just going to sit there. I mean, they haven't collected garbage in how many months do you think it's been?
I've got no idea how long it's been.
Well, the smell is awful when the wind starts coming through. That is for sure.
I've gotten used to it.
Oh, hey, I put together a basket of vegetables for you from the garden. Just some carrots, cabbage, red and yellow peppers, radishes, tomatoes, beans, lettuce, all the usual suspects. I did real good this year.
Sounds nice.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and scrub them down and leave them on your porch before I go to bed tonight. But you should probably give them another scrub before you go cutting them up and cooking them, though.
Well, thanks.
Of course. I mean, it's the least I could do with all the preserves you've been sending my way. I have been baking up a storm over here. Muffins, cakes, bread. Ooh, I made a scrumptious vinaigrette. I'll leave some of that too because it'll make a nice salad.
I'm just happy you're making good use of them.
I mean, there's a million things you can do with preserves, so it's not like they're going to go to waste or anything. That's for sure. I see they finally pulled Hank Alulet out of his car.
Yeah, just yesterday, actually. 2 women in hazmat suits came for him.
He was in there a long while.
Yep, dropped dead in the driver's seat and on display for all the world to see. Or at least those passing by on the main road here. I suppose he was trying to get to the hospital.
But even if he made it to the hospital, I doubt he would have been able to find anybody to help him.
True enough.
So that leaves, what, all the houses on that side of the road empty now?
Nope. Trina Patterson's still around. Saw her this morning.
Trina Patterson?
Yeah, she lives in that gray ramshackle house that's about 100 yards in that direction.
I don't think I ever met her.
Oh, well, she always kept to herself. She was one of them, what do you call them, introverts. A recluse. Good thing, too. It's probably what's going to keep her alive in the long run.
In the long run? Hell, I'm not sure I'd actually want to be here when the long run comes around.
I hear that. Anyway, so we've got Trina Patterson on that side of the road, and I guess you, me, Marlene Lumley, and her mother-in-law Jenny, about 3 houses down on this side of the road. Everyone else is gone.
As far as we know.
As far as we know.
So, Marlene and Ginny, I heard they was always at each other's throats, but they seem to get along just fine now.
Well, they don't have much of a choice now, do they? All they got left is each other. Oh, do you remember? No, that's right. You and your husband moved to town around that time, so you probably didn't know. It's probably about 2 years ago, maybe longer. Lost track of time. Anyhow, Ginny allegedly tried to hire someone to kill Marlene.
You get out of here.
I shit you not. And Ginny was good friends with this woman who used to stock shelves over the local Walgreens. Don't remember her name. Oh, yes, I do remember. It was Barbara. Barbara something. Doesn't matter anyhow. So anyway, this Barbara lady was married for a short time to a hitman in the early 1970s. So Ginny thought Barbara still had connections with the mafia. Well, Barbara was flabbergasted at Ginny's declaration she wanted Marlene dead. And Marlene was almost 9 months pregnant with their youngest son, Dwayne, at the time. So, of course, Barbara went to the police, and the police asked her to go undercover for them. So she did. And they wired her up, and she met Ginny in her car over in the Sonic parking lot on Highway 27. Well, of course, Ginny didn't have a penny to her name, so she told Barbara she could offer the hitman a Smith & Wesson 9mm, a buck knife, one of them iPads, 4 bottles of gold dust, and a Ronald Reagan commemorative coin as down payment. But then he would have to wait until after Marlene had the baby before taking her out.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me.
I ain't.
Well, so what happened then?
Nothing.
Nothing. What do you mean, nothing?
Well, not long after that, the pandemic kicked in real hard, knocked the whole country on its ass. And Ginny was living with her son and Marlene at that time. So when the governor issued a total lockdown, they were all stuck in the same house together. So nothing ever came of it.
Well, that's just plain crazy. How are you supposed to live with a woman who intends to kill you?
I don't know, but I start by putting a lock on my bedroom door, that's for certain.
So why did she do it?
Well, Jenny didn't much like Marlene from the start, and Marlene was threatening divorce. Said she'd fight tooth and claw for custody of those 3 boys. And I guess Jenny was afraid she'd never see her grandchildren again.
So I've been thinking.
Yeah? Oh, what?
Well, it don't exactly take a medical degree to figure out that men are more likely to get sick and die.
That's been my take on it as well.
So I guess I was just wondering, why do you think your lady friend got...
My wife?
Sorry. Your wife. Why do you think she succumbed so early on?
Look, I appreciate you're a kind person and a good neighbor. I like you and I enjoy talking to you. But even during times like these, some things are just nobody's business. You understand?
I didn't mean to upset you. We was just talking about the chair, and I know that was a hard decision for you to do.
And that's all it really is, isn't it? Just a chair, a placeholder. It don't serve as a substitute. It's just marking the spot where Adele used to be. And it took me until just this afternoon before figuring that out.
So, you think I should get rid of this chair here?
Do what's right for you, no matter what I think.
What you think matters a lot to me. I miss Teddy. Desperately. I mean, it was him who convinced me to move here. We was gonna have kids, and we wanted to raise them somewhere quiet, somewhere safe. I got that was never supposed to happen. But, he was not just my husband, he was my friend. Maybe not my best friend, but he loved me with all his heart. He treated me with respect. My God, he was so funny. Had me laughing just all of the time. I mean, no, I'm not going to share some of the awful things he said because they were just not proper. But oh my God, he had me laughing so hard sometimes that I almost threw up. He was a good man.
Men are like corpse flowers. They bloom rarely and only for a short time, and they stink.
Well, that don't sound very nice.
I mean, I guess that's my way of saying I liked your husband too. He was different than most. He was decent company. Oh, yeah, shitty tasting beer. Of course. He and I got along just fine. Adele didn't die of the virus.
No?
No, she did not. Adele was always kind of a sad woman. Oh, she got through life just fine, I guess. She was able to enjoy herself, and we were able to enjoy each other. She finally reached her limit. I guess she much didn't like the idea of hanging around watching the world collapse. And when it seemed like no one was ever going to take responsibility and no one was ever going to make an effort to put things right, she didn't see the point. She did what she could. She made sure we recycled and we conserved water and we planted trees. We started washing our clothes and hanging them on the line to dry. But no matter what we did, it was never going to be enough for her. I knew that. She knew that. And so she took matters into her own hands. And that's all there was to it.